a good day. We had to go outside. We've been talking about how great the weather is, and I know everybody's been enjoying it by maybe, getting outside, having some fun. You did a baseball game?
Yeah, baseball game. Actually was out at Maumee Bay State Park yesterday, and folks had their bikes out, so it's the season.
It sure is. So, of course, we brought Joe Wersell from the oldest bike shop around town. You guys know what you're doing, right?
I hope so. Yeah.
You've been doing this for a little bit. So I will say I pulled my bike out of the garage, and the first thing we did was check we put air in the tires. Are we off to a good start?
You're off to a good start.
Okay.
People don't understand that the tubes are going to seep air, and they think that just because they left it inflated over the winter, you come and ride it, in the springtime, that they're not going to stay inflated. So yes, that is the first thing you need to do. And believe it or not, on every tire, it tells you what your inflation should be at.
Okay.
So it's actually printed on the side of the tire. This one here's got a range, and I do believe that says 50 psi. So if you have a decent pump, which is what you're going to want to have, they do have a gauge on it, but you want to make sure when you do inflate your tires that you actually get your pump down far enough on the valve itself.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you're going to get it on there, you're going to lock it on, and then you're going to inflate it, obviously. And then if you have a gauge, you want to double check it. I've been doing the little thing forever, just a thumb check. You want to make sure that it's hard.
Okay.
So when you do take it back off, you just want to make sure that you take your valve off straight and you don't bend your valve itself.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, and then we'll just be pumping again. And a lot of people think oh, I got to replace the tube on the inside. Could we just have you guys do that? Because I know I'm not great when I've had that flat.
We place a lot of tubes this time of year, for sure. You can bring it in. There's no appointment necessary. Just come in during business hours. We'll get a tube on there real quick and get you out on the roads, to take advantage of this beautiful weather.
Yeah, you want to take advantage of it. And something that's really important, those chains. You have to make sure the chain is greased up and ready to rock and roll. So that's a part of that inspection process too, right?
Correct. First of all, this unit down here is called a derailleur, and a lot of times people will put their bikes in their cars and they'll have the derailleur obviously get some pressure against it, and these can bend, and what will happen when this gets bent, it's not a straight line, and when you change gears with your pedaling, obviously you can have this derailleur get bent, and then obviously your gears are not going to work correctly. It's not going to go into all of those at the right time and everything else. You want to make sure that your brakes and everything are adjusted correctly and they're actually hitting the rim, not rubbing the tire when they're applied. A lot of times that's going to happen too. And then obviously you want to make sure that your height of your seat is adjusted correctly for pedaling purposes. And again, for little people, all of us, I guess, you want to make sure when you're riding when you're pedaling and you're in the sitting position, you want to make sure you have a little slight bend in your elbow. Okay. You don't want to be overextended, especially a little kid when they go to turn and their fingers are going to come off the handlebar. So
that's a good rule of thumb there. I feel like when you turn,
you want to make sure you can still have control.
Okay. Thought about that one.
I never thought about that either. Stephen, what do you think? You want to hop on?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, let's get a helmet for you first.
So before you head out, you got to have the helmet.
So the helmets nowadays are pretty easy. They have this little dial on the back, and what we're going to do is put that on your head.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn the dial on the back so it cups the back of your head and it stays in position. You tell me when it's snug. Pretty good?
Yeah, that's pretty snug.
And then what we're going to do is put your chin strap on.
All right, just extend that a little bit. Bingo.
Okay.
All right.
So how is that supposed to fit on
He's got it on there correctly.
Got it perfect. Good job,
just right above the eyebrows, a couple of fingers.
Okay.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is I'm going to adjust your seat height real quick.
I like this.
I'm just kind of eyeing you up there.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you want it to be kind of like...
We want to make sure that when your foot is in the down position, you only have a slight bend in your knee.
Okay.
Okay.
So, just right here, got the bend going on.
Got the bend in your arms.
And I'll take off.
Oh, see ya.
Oh, wow, he's gone. He's gone to enjoy the weather, and wow.
We may never see him again.
Yeah, well, he's going to have a good day out there. There's a little bit of a decline there you can see in the pavement, so hopefully he doesn't, pick up too much speed. Of course, for folks who want to get out, remind us of your hours here this week, and even as we go into the spring season.
So right now we're open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. We're closed on Sundays. And again, you just come in during business hours and drop off your repair, and we'll get you rolling.
Nice job, Steve. I imagine you all are very busy right now. Are people coming in with those repairs, needing those things?
Oh, for sure. Obviously, the great weather brings everybody out, and everybody wants to go for a bike ride. So we're ready, and we're open for business, and drop off your bike so we can get you back out on them.
And what about folks who are maybe looking to, okay, my little one, they're just off the training wheels, they're ready for that first big bike. Can you help us with bikes of any age, whether the adults need it or the kids?
I can pick you up with a 2-year-old to 102 years old. We got the bikes for everybody in the whole family.
Now, are you all still, during the pandemic, we saw that shortage, are
Correct.
you all still dealing with those, supply chain issues and things like that?
Minor. There's very minimal
good.
now. So
Good.
pretty much product is readily available. You can order stuff in, and parts are available too.
How did he do?
He did great.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, how was the ride for you? Nice
Hey, look,
and
it was great. That was my first ride of the year, and I think I still got it.
That's a nice bike too, right?
Yeah, very comfortable too. Love the seat. A lot of good cushion.
Yeah,
You need
important. Everybody complains about that.
Yeah.
And they can be changed on any bike.
So you can get a different seat if you need it. Make sure you're
can.
nice and comfy, enjoying this beautiful weather.
Yeah, thank you, Jill, for
Get out
helping
and
us,
pedaling.
tune up our bikes. Tuning up the car is one thing, but we got to tune up the bikes.
Yeah.
too.
Everybody needs to exercise.
Yes, yes, and this is a great way to do it. Thank you so much
No
for
problem.
joining us
Thanks
this
for having
morning.
me.
We'll be back with more Good Day after this. Stay with us.